Bonjour, bonjour. Comment ça va? Je suis Cotalia, la reine du. I am the Hoodoo Queen of the Imperial Court Monument de la Livre. Bienvenue sur mon channel. Welcome to my channel. Let me get my lashes in order because it's giving stroke. Is what it's giving. It's definitely giving stroke. But that's not a surprise. To be honest, I literally fell asleep in these, so I'm surprised they're still even on my face, to be honest. Oh, well, outside of those shenanigans, I thank you so much for joining me today for our midday readings. And we're going to do some things a little bit different today. Your midday mojo readings, divination, meditation, but also we're going to do a more deep dive into each element in addition to spell work of each element. I know a lot of you very much appreciated that the other day. And so I want to, honor that and, give you guys the ability to do that a little bit more in those things, of course. So we are here. I also want to remind everybody that today, let me not bite my tongue here or shoot myself in the foot here. Pardon. Tomorrow is the last day to get your January community service. Do not wait on it. It is available now. There are many different wonderful perks, including I didn't even put this one on here, but I'm actually going to be doing an exclusive class. Let me see if I can add this real quick because I didn't add it to my I added this to my phone, but not to my computer. And for that reason, I don't have the the poster here, but the January community service is available at this particular moment, time, and space. Tomorrow will be the last day to get that. You have the option of getting this with the just the products of the Van Van and the Papa Gem essence, or you also have the ability to get this with our perfumes and oil class, but because okay but because I saw how excited so many of you were regarding this particular community service, you know me, I become incredibly moved whenever you all do come through and show incredible support. And so for that reason, if you decided to get the Papa Gem essence and the Van Van oil, that you will also get this free virtual class specifically on Van Van conjuration and workings. We're going to focus on using it to anoint, doing baths, and candles. But this is only available for those that will have the Van Van oil. Why is this even important? Why does this even really matter? Well, it really matters and it's very important because guess what? I do not make the Van Van oil as a regular day-to-day selling item. I don't. I don't do that recipe unless it's specifically for my private clients. And so with those private clients, I'm going to just drop, hey, do this, boom, do that, But if you in fact are deciding to do this community service with the to do this community service with the products, you will get the free virtual class of the Von Von Conjuration anointing and baths. And I do just want to bring that up again. I really just love the image of that. It's really pretty. The class will be held on February 1st, 2024. Um, and again, at that point, you will have a variety of different ways to work your Von Von oil. So there's two free classes actually that you're getting: the art of sweetening, which will be held this week on the 23rd, and then and then the next is the following week. Okay. So you all are getting the ability to get two free classes with these particular purchase. So super, 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 super excited to educate and share with you about those things. Petra Queen, I just want to tell you that I bright and eucalyptus work so freaking good. Show me the hater, clear as day. And it will, it always will. So you can go and purchase just the oil and perfume class, Petra. That is available. So you literally can just go straight, and all of that is in the description box, if I'm not mistaken here. Yes. If you go to the description box, you can find the perfume and oil class. Tommy, look at me getting gifts 4 days before my birthday. Indeed. AATL Rum Shaker. All right. I saved the video for future reference because there were gems. Okay. Impressive Magic. Hello, hello, Jennifer Jolie. Jennifer English, Marquise, Nuan. All right. Yes, Shannon in the house. Yes, indeed. Okay, so let us get into. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I am so vain. I will rip these lashes off and reapply them on camera. I think I'm going for a nice walk this afternoon. Definitely going for a nice walk this afternoon. That's a must. That's a must. I definitely need to. So, I appreciate y'all's kindness. I don't believe I have gone over the quick money oil. People have asked, so I know if people are asking, then I haven't, because normally I do. I will, and I also last night I didn't get into bed this morning until what 12:30 this morning, because we have a lot that's going on this week and next week, and I absolutely just did not have the energy to send out the post for the virtual coven, the Spellcast podcast, and all of those things. But those things will be sent out hopefully today, just to remind everybody. On the treadmill right now watching you. Yes, indeed. I was like, all right, let me either just jump on my Peloton or let me go walking. But I'm definitely going to go walking because Dayla needs it. If a Conjure South page followed you back, it's probably a lie because I don't follow anybody back on my Conjure South page. Conjure_South is my IG, spelled exactly. Where is this thing? So at Conjure_South is my only IG for magic. And then I have your download link for the community service isn't working. Well, my dear, we haven't done the class yet. We haven't. So if you click on that link, you're not going to get anything. We have to, the class is on the 23rd. Click on the link on the 23rd at the time that the link says, and I'm pretty certain it will work. Um, but yes, so there's that. And then I have a personal IG page that follows my personal life and equestrian life, my artist life, and all of those things. But I only have one spiritual page. All right, my loves. I need a new photo on my phone. I'm tired of looking at this old one. She's boring. So we're going to get into these elemental signs. Okay. So, hold up, slow up. Let me see real quick how many thumbs up we have. We have 28 thumbs up and 52 people watching. So we have about 100 hands and only 30, almost 30 different thumbs up. We got to do better. We got to do so much better. Oh no, you're welcome. Meven Unmask. Okay. We are so happy to hear that, Sharon. A couple of weeks back, Sharon was talking about her daughter, and many people were sending kind words, thoughts, prayers, healing energy, etc., so forth and so on. So that's wonderful to hear, Miss Sharon. These communities, I will say that though, because you all come here every week, every day almost, you do begin to build a camaraderie with people here virtually. And you also see this is not a space of just like, oh, let's just talk magic and da. Like, no, like I care. I create a space where everyone else also cares, and all of and all of that stuff. So it's just wonderful to hear that the thoughts and the acknowledging of your daughter made a difference, as it should. Um, okay, Lebanon, in Tennessee, I'm assuming. All right, my loves. I just want to take one moment here before I begin the readings. I just want to take a very quick moment. You all probably would not believe what ratchet song that is stuck in my head right now. But it's there, it's stuck, living in my head, rent free, rent free. Um, so if you know Rich Baby Daddy, I don't know this song. I'm gonna put it in Google though. Rich Baby Daddy, Rich Baby Daddy. Oh my goodness, it is that song. Yes. Yes, it actually is. I didn't even know that was the name of it. But it's the gospel version. Have you heard the gospel version of it though? Oh my goodness, it is so true. Kirsten, you're right on the money. Yes, it's the gospel version. I don't know. I just it's there, and it's like I said, it's not isn't. Anyways, I'm not gonna be rude with sexy rides, but yes, indeed, yes, that was my guess. I just knew. Oh well, if you know, then you know, right? All right. So we are now in this season. We are now in the season of airs. So where are my air signs? Let me go ahead and move this up so I can grab herbs. Y'all, this lash though. All right, so we need to bring no, this lash is fine. This is the problem. We want to pull this just a little bit to even it. Yeah. Just gotta loosen it right there at the front. And now it looks more even. But I don't even sleep on that side of my face though. But did I try to sleep on this side of my face when I took my nap today? I don't know. Oh my goodness. And then there's another ratchet song. Let's see if y'all can guess this one. Um there's another ratchet song that's right behind that ratchet song. Can anybody guess what that ratchet song is in my head? Oh no, I'm over Pound Town and Booty Hole Brown. We're not doing that anymore. Oh my gosh. Can y'all believe this? Like, this is what our music has come to. Can you believe this? Like, and I know that people go, well, with Foxy Brown and Lil Kim, they used to sing about, things, but even in their grunge, oh, not the one margarita. Oh no, 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 no. Um, But even in like the grunginess of like Lil Kim and Eve and Foxy Brown or whatever else, there was still a dynamic feminine a very dynamic like feminine approach to it, you know, in my opinion. I wasn't heavy listening to them, but you know what? I will say this much. Even if it wasn't a heavy feminine approach to it, I'm gonna just say it how it is. They all seem softer, you know? They seem softer to me. Um, but now these are like cinder block female rappers. Like they're giving industrial, they're giving Home Depot, giving Lowe's, giving Harbor Freight, giving Tractor Supply. And they also were lyricists. They were wordsmiths. Like they had like even I think that's another part too. Like they were poets. Like it wasn't just this grunge nastiness or whatever. And I know, as Madame Aphrodite said, there's a kink for that, or whatever, but still, my gosh. So I'm not liking this lash. Y'all, this will bother me until forever. I'm going to pull it off. Maybe if I step back and I couldn't see myself so good. It's not perfect. And that's a problem. That's a problem. The Virgo in me is showing her ass right now. These girls are hollering over a beat. It's more aggressive. The wordplay was different and was actual bars. Yes. Blue collar realness. Yes. Definitely giving industrial. Um it's like you could have easily taken Foxy Brown and stuck her right in the middle of a Bath and Body Works. And she could do whatever she needed to do. You could take Lil Kim and throw her smack in the back in the middle of Victoria's Secret. And she could still do her situation. Not today. Not today. Now, I will say this though. I will say this though. I think the one for me today that does carry that. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a problem. I need more up with this one because when it's up, then it's up, right? But this one won't go up. I need to bring my cosmetics bags when I come. I don't have any lash glue because I would take this thing off immediately. Um, Y'all gonna get tired of me, but I don't care. Y'all want people to be authentic. This is authentically me. I'm telling you. I am so vain, but not too vain. Not all these carbs I've been eating, but I need them. So that's why I'm going walking today. I'm definitely going to at least do 30 minutes. I may have to do an hour. May hike up my Mount Kilimanjaro or something right after this. Oh yes. Anyways, but so the thing about it is, so I was going to say like, I was going to say to me like Meg The Stallion. I think she's a wordsmith to me. I think she has something to say. I do like her. Um, and she's pretty. Meg The Stallion's also pretty, and that also has something to do with it. Like some of these girls out here giving piranha. Like, no, no. We don't want that. You know. Yes, Dolce with two eyes. Um Doja Cat, without a doubt. Lotto, yeah. Yeah. So they are present. They are present. I don't have a favorite Stallion song. I'm just a Meg fan. I think she's a good girl. I think that she's like a nice, well, I have friends who, well, I know people who are friends with, I know s- I know a person whose goddaughter is friends with Meg Thee Stallion. And they just said that she's a very sweet, sweet girl. I'm not a Nikki. I'm not a Barb. I'm not a Barb. Mm-mm. I'm not. Too problematic for me. And I'm gonna tell you, that's the sad thing about it today. Like your personality, your personal life, your character traits, they matter today. So it's less really about your talent and really if people kind of like you, to be honest. So you missed 2000, Nikki. Well, Nikki don't like 2000s, Nikki. Yeah, the behavior is just much. But you know something else too. So I didn't even think about this, but like Cardi B, like I like Cardi. I think Cardi is funny. I think she's also pretty. I don't think that I don't she's not Meg. Definitely not Doja Cat. You know, it's funny. All of it. Well, I mean, honestly, I've always told people like you sell you, and then people will buy the other stuff. So that's sort of how it goes down. Let us get into these air signs. I know that you are here. Um, I want the brown girls to come back and take a stand like they did in the 90s. Babe, I don't know if Brown will ever win that fight. To be honest, the industry is what it is. I'm gonna be honest about it because I mean, yes, in the 90s, brown girls from rapping to neo soul, was a thing. It was definitely a thing, but baby, they was in and out. And it was really only a trend in the black community. It never happened in crossing over into the pop world. And here's something that a lot of people probably would not like about me, but this is something that I respect. I respect the industry as the industry. It is what it is. You know what you're getting into. Even myself as a musical artist, it's like I know that there are certain things that require me to be seen, to be in the forefront, so forth and so on. Now, if I want those things enough and I value those things enough, then guess what? If I have to wear a suit in the office to be a lawyer, then I'm going to have to wear a suit in the office to be a lawyer. Um, People say things are very over sexualized. That's the industry. That's the industry. Point blank, period. It's not over sexualized. It's always been sexualized. It's just that some people are over it, but it's the industry. So either you go into it knowing that you're going to have to show a little shoulder action, maybe give you a little bit of ankle, who knows? But it's the industry. They never get enough credit. Charles is funny. Um, facts. Dolce is so ill, but the industry is the industry. It true, true. I mean, there's no ifs ands or buts about it. You really can't get around it for real, no matter how you look at it. Um, I'm gonna go out here now. I love Beyonce. I do, and Beyonce has built Beyonce. She has built Beyonce. Like that is a real thing. She has built Beyonce. It has not just been, oh, well, she just made it because she's from the jump. No, it's taken her 20 years to get to Renaissance. Let's not confuse that with anything or anybody. But in the merit of pure goddess, transformational, ship shifting foolery of it all, baby, that Kelly Rowland. Don't nobody make me sicker than Kelly Rowland. Every every photo, every photo is it. That girl. She giving you Bob, she giving you Pixie, she giving you Rapunzel, she's giving you inches. And it's just like, wow. Like, and here's the thing about it. No, she does not have um the tone um and the cadence of Beyonce, but she has her tone and she has range. She has plenty range, plenty talent, and stunning. And so what? So what? She has had to do like so many others have done, had to go across into Europe to be seen, you know. Um so gotta pimp out the ankles. Yes, indeed. Um, Beyonce magically, I think more people give her more magic than she actually is. Um, More magic, more spiritual things, more weight than she actually is. She's a business and she's smart. Y'all, we living in the age of black people wanting to be proudly black and all things black, blackity black, black, black. What Tears Medicine said: brown skin, dark skin, light skin, beige, fluorescent beige, which I'm black. Um, and a part of that is tapping into your ancestral um um honoring reverence and connections. She's a business. She's smart. Oh, y'all are really, and the thing about it is Solange is actually very into Yoruba tradition. She's actually has come out to some of the Oshun festivals in New Orleans um a couple of times. And I know that for a fact. Um my sister in Voodoo um was out of the last one of the last ones that she attended. Solange was there. Um but so like somebody walked, thought I saw a whole werewolf. Somebody just walked by the door, but they were walking their dog. But anyways, so my thing is Solange is really about that life. And I think that she probably has had conversations and opened the door and the idea to Beyonce and maybe even Jay-Z. And so they have become interested, but also see how interested we are. Okay, let me be the voice for that. Let me be the voice for that. Um, and so that is where do I believe the backup dancers who claim that she used magic on them? No, I believe her backup dancers were upset they didn't get paid as much as they wanted to, or they didn't get the publicity they wanted to. But also, two people are money hungry. I've seen it. I've seen it time and time again, which is why it's so difficult for me to um really bring a lot of attention to new instructors and things for like the conjure feds and doing book deals and things, because the slightest moment of someone who hasn't had nothing, people who don't have nothing get a little bit of something, immediately goes overboard. Now they need more, they want more, which is why I have dropped so many different relationships. I mean, and just to outright lie, will outright just lie about things. Um, and so, I know for me, um, that's just what it is, you know. Um, yes, exactly. Ride the wave. Let me, because Beyonce has, that is Beyonce's power. That is her magic. She has influence. She has influence. She is what the industry she is the pinnacle blueprints for what they want to see, um or what they wanted to see in the industry. You have a girl who has what, 3C hair. She's light complected. She actually has talent. She's a hard worker. She doesn't really get into drama and all of those things. She has an incredible shape. She is embracing her sexuality. She doesn't mind being sexy and those things. Um, she and this is what I always try to tell people too, about even earlier today when I was on my personal IG about wants versus needs and what you bring to the table. She did what she needed to do until she could do what she wanted to do. It took her almost 2 decades before she even had a chance to lemonade, to squeeze a lemon. And now she's being able to really present what she wants. She has created a universe around herself. And that is what she did. She took her opportunity. Who is another great example of that? Cardi B. She had this very be supportive, de supportive role on Love and Hip Hop, and she took that opportunity and she changed the life of herself and her family, because she understood you're not going to get these opportunities all the time. What y'all want me to be? You want me to be loud? Gah, 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 gah. And so that's she did that. Okay. Um, Another individual, our also loud, drunk Uncle Cat Williams, with his role in Friday. They said that, this was like that one breakout role, and he came in and he made it everything that it needed to be and more. He showed up and always brought that more. And so the thing about it is if you are given these opportunities, first and foremost, you are worth those things because you're already in those spaces, right? But then it's the conversation of understanding, now that you have this opportunity, what are you going to do with it? How can you continue to build and nurture in that space. Okay. Um, and so it's all of those things. It's all of those things. But let us get into baby took the legs off the table. Took the legs off the table, made it into a doggone skateboard. That baby, I tell you. Now, Conti is he's touched. He's touched, but he funny. Oh my goodness. But I will tell you, doggone it, there is nobody funnier to me. I have never heard anybody funnier to me than Bernie Mac. Blessed his ancestral spirit. Oh yes, if you are already in the spaces of opportunity, you was built for them. That opportunity is yours. What you gonna do with it? You don't. If someone offers you something, that means they have already acknowledged the value and the talents and things that you have. So yes, what are you going to do? Just his regular yes, yes, absolutely. Baby, baby, oh my goodness. You talk about somebody weak. Bernie Mac sends me every time. Every time. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six, sept. Air signs. And today we are actually doing a full detail reading because I won't be here tomorrow. I'll be doing something else tomorrow. My Mondays are left for other obligations. Air signs, you get the King of Spades, the Four of Spades, the Ace of Spades, and the Nine of Diamonds. Okay? When these cards come up as you start stepping into next week, it immediately tells me to tell you this. If there is someone or something that is not emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, um, psychologically, financially invested in you to any capacity, any of those things or all of those things, do not invest your energy, your time, and your efforts into them. Point blank, period. Immediately tomorrow when the sun rises, if you start talking to someone and they are not there, they are not present, don't invest in that thing. They may come back around and may be ready at a different time, but as for tomorrow, if they're not present, don't feed that. Don't get yourself worked up about it. It also speaks of the Four of Spades, which tells us that this space of disconnection is going to come to an end. It will, in fact, come to an end without a doubt. There's no issues and no worries there, but this is something that is seasonal. This is something that is slowly but surely diminishing, dying without a doubt. So, this is not something that you have to worry about to be a long lasting event. This also speaks that you're going to know when that ending is with the Ace of Hearts because it communicates that you got to follow that good feeling. You have to follow your heart. Okay, you have to know that when it feels good, it is good, kind of deal. And that is going to be a huge thing for you when it comes to you stepping into your Monday. So it's like, you know what? I feel that you're disconnected. You are disconnected, but I can also feel when you are invested, and then I will be invested. Okay. So there's that. But last but not least, we have the Nine of Diamonds. And the Nine of Diamonds communicates that You should be preparing for your blessings. Now, when I do my readings, I always tell people you want to look at the first card and the last card. Okay, the first cards and the last cards. Why? Because they speak the strongest to each other and with each other. To whomever or whatever is disconnected to me, I will not invest in it. I understand that. And that is because I need to be preparing for my blessings. But if I am focusing on a space, a person, a situation that's not invested in me to any capacity, hold on, let me turn my vibration off right here. Um, if I am not if I have not if I am distracted by the things that are not invested in me, I will not be in the space to prepare for my blessings. So again, I will leave those things, people, situations, circumstances, ideas, etc., to wherever they are until they are ready to mature to be invested in while I am preparing for my blessings. Okay. And these blessings may come from this individual, but you need to be preparing. It's not if they mature, it's when they mature. Have you prepared? Are you ready? Okay. Water signs. Where are my water signs? Give me one moment, please. Okay, water signs. Water signs. Wow. We have the Seven of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts, Le Diable Rouge, the Red Devil, the Red Joker, and the Jack of Clubs. Oh, excuse me, pardon my, excuse me. Let me take a step back. So, water signs. Water signs. Excuse me. Let's take a step back. Air signs. So, air signs regarding your particular situation. All right. We need this person or whatever to be invested in us, right? So, I'm going to always give you guys, going back to one of my most favorite workings. Take your orange, add them and you with sugar and honey into the orange, and you can bury it at a crossroad. You can wrap it in aluminum foil and hold it. But this will sweeten them, will sweeten you all together. Okay. It will sweeten them to you, it'll sweeten you to them. It's both aspects. But this will give you the ability to have them more invested in you. So this is to sweeten them. Now, some people may say, well, should I do a domination? No, no. It doesn't always take you having to be aggressive. And that's a whole nother conversation that we have to begin to have, which is a lot of you really do confuse aggression for passion. A lot of you very much confuse aggression with passion, which tells me you got a lot more personal healing to do than you think, my loves. Okay. Because what you'll end up seeing is people will go, oh, again, if I'm talking to you, and I always use this example, I can talk to you like this and just really be speaking at this level, at this volume, very clearly, very articulately, um, very certain and absolute. And for some people, it will not even matter. But the moment I have to get loud and have to do all of this or whatever, then for whatever reason, it automatically touches you. And now you're like, oh, yes, I feel that and all of this stuff. And we also get this whole situation about being loud in things, mostly as we're growing up and we're sitting in church and someone's talking to you because this is what the word has to say. And you consider this to be passion. But those same loud tones, words, and arm swings, and neck rolls, and eye pops, and lip smacks is the same energy, effort, the things that you're getting in your household when your mother and your father is arguing, fussing, and fighting. And so you begin to think, oh, this is communication and this is passion. Okay, no, my love, this is aggression. And this is not okay. This is not okay. This is not okay at all. And I do make I told the story about my upbringing. Like I never saw my parents argue a day in my life. I've never saw them fuss with each other or any of those things, never get loud with each other, not once as a child. And even as an adult now, and they may have a disagreement, but they will not raise their voice. Um, because that does not equate to passion. And the thing about it is too is a lot of you when you start looking at your influencers, it's the same thing. You're not sharing and liking the readers or the individuals that are literally speaking maybe in my tone or less and those things. No, because you want the person that's oh yes, Aries, you got da 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 blah 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 and the theatrics and the show of it all. Um, but you resonate with that because it's normal. You resonate with that because it is familiar. And that's a problem. So what happens is when you get that man in your life or that woman in your life who disagrees with you and they go, babe, I really don't understand or agree with what you said over dinner in front of our friends. And that really hurt my feelings. And I can't accept that. So or and so and if you're doing if someone comes to you if someone comes to you like that, you don't respond to it because you're like you ain't serious. I don't feel nothing. I don't feel anything because that's not normal to you. That's foreign to you. You don't even know how to respond to that, to be honest. Let's unpack this even more. Okay. So then what happens is um when an individual that claims they love you, um, an individual that claims they love you, begin to go into your life and express their love for you with this kind of tone, with this kind of softness, with this kind of compassion, you go, oh no, you lying. You're lying. Something isn't right here. You're disloyal. You're hiding something. Well, no, that's what true love actually feels like. That's what kindness actually feels like. But because they're not screaming at the top of their lungs, how much this, that, and the third, you don't believe them because your reality in regards to love is aggressive. And that's the problem. And so you really have to begin to um, really unpack that for yourself because it truly is a condition that has to be worked on and through and exercised within and beyond. It's so much more than what you than what you think, you know. And so it's super important to be aware of that. As I just got a notification of um someone doing readings on IG, and speaking of entertaining readers and such, um and the loudness of it all, and so it's just important to just is that was like perfect confirmation of like, yes, queen, you're on time today. You are on time today. So there's that. um be aware, okay? Water signs. Again, you get the Seven of Hearts, the Jack of Hearts, the Joker, the red Joker, and the Jack of um, Clubs here. Water signs. The very first thing that comes up here, it is the um the ancestors, the spirits are here communicating. Um, as you move into your Monday, as you move into this the beginning of your week, do not move being distracted by your emotions. Do not allow your heightened emotions to distract you from what you need. Heightened emotions may not be anger, it could be sadness, it could be um, excitement. Do not allow the heighten of your emotions to distract you from things that need to be done and handled. We see the Jack of Hearts come up as it relates to understanding that as our week begins, new things are coming. There are some new things. I won't say a lot of new things, but there are some new things that are, in fact, present that will be presenting themselves over the course of the week, but absolutely tomorrow. All right. Give these new experiences, these new moments, these new um, events, moments in time to develop and to grow into and to mature. Don't be so quick to judge new things that come up tomorrow um, based off of your past perceptions or thoughts or feelings. It is very important that you just receive and respond to these things as they are. Um, in this moment. All right. So, again, let me go back to the first card. Don't allow your heightened emotions to cause you to quickly judge these new events or this new relationship tomorrow. It also speaks of the red joker, which communicates that there is a very spiritual correspondence here for you, my water signs, this week. There is a very strong, spiritually oriented effect. May that be negative or positive, but regardless, the spiritual aspect is a solution that you will find. So that spiritual aspect may be doing some spirit work. It may be doing getting a reading and getting a consultation, perhaps, whatever it is to get that clarity. And it's funny because, in fact, the last card here is the Jack of Clubs, which communicates fogginess, confusion, not really moving efficiently because you are, remember, first card, last card. Your emotions are distracting, causing some fogginess, unclarity, etc. So the best thing for you to do is go sit in front of your ancestor space and speak to your ancestors. Make sure that they are present, that you are present, and that you're not just lighting your candle and moving along. See what guidance may be given to you at this time. It may be a situation that you do just go right ahead on and book a consultation so that you can have some spiritual guidance and clear and clarity, so you know how to move and really understand how to be feeling at this particular time, or what may be coming up, the reason your emotions are so heightened at this moment in time, right? And then and that will give you a greater insight on how to move in these new spaces, in these new events, in these new moments, etc. All right. Zakia says, this is the truth. People who make me get out of pocket are trying to hijack my emotions due to them believing loud equals love. Nope. Hello, Ishi. So, water signs, your spiritual solution is getting a reading, would be ideal, or would be an option, or a head washing. All right. A nice, good old easy head washing to bring you some clarity. So, we're going to grab our eucalyptus again, our salt, an alcohol base, and a bowl of water, and wash our heads down in order to provide that space of clarity so that we are seeing things differently and releasing those emotional things. Now, also too, if you want, if your issue is more emotional, let's remove the eucalyptus and do black walnut, salt, and an alcohol base. All right. Voila. Mm. Oh, super, Kirsten. Super, super. Félicitations. That's wonderful. All right. For my fire signs, the first cards we get is the Eight of Clubs, the Three of Diamonds, the Four of Diamonds, and the King of Hearts. So, fire signs, it is communicating to us that in order for us to, and it's, I put it to you all in this way: don't complain about the life we have if we have not decided the life that we want. Okay? Don't complain about the life we have if we have not decided the life that we want. So this really says we got to take control of ourselves and our lives. I hear you, ancestors. Look, I'm like, I hear you. I hear you, ancestors, because I know exactly what you're talking about. For me specifically, but also understanding that in that approach to taking control, demanding, commanding the life that we want, we may in fact need to ask for help and assistance, or if it is offered, receive that help and assistance. But what is true is that we will not be able to achieve this level of ownership that we desire without some form of assistance, help, or support. And again, that support does not always have to be manual support and labor. It could be emotional, it could be intellectual. Maybe you just need to shut up and listen. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. But then we move to the Four of Diamonds. And the Four of Diamonds tells us that we have to be certain that we're not taking advantage of those things, those people, those circumstances that are helping us. So, what that means is don't waste the people's time. Don't waste that other factor's time. Don't waste that other element's time. No, if they're giving you time and energy and effort in feeding you and nurturing you and those things for you, then my dear, my love, yes, indeed, We need to take heed to those things. Okay. I hear you as well. Take heed to those things and move accordingly. It then ends here with the King of Hearts, which literally says simply and easily, we have to be emotionally sound. We have to be emotionally secure. It communicates that we need to also understand that whomever this is does provide a very dominant and paternal energy, maybe even more male oriented, and we need to look to them, look to them, look to that thing that does provide that emotional soundness even for us. Okay, however that looks. So when we are looking here and we are seeing the eight of clubs and the king of hearts, remember these two, so we can gain control with emotional maturity, security, um and 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 assistance even. Okay, but also when we talk about spirits, le tobacco, all right, taking tobacco, burning it at your front door and speaking exactly what needs to be done, what who it needs to be done to, how it needs to be done, so that you provide a demand for whatever that particular thing is. Okay, so you take a piece of tobacco and you burn it at your front door, but you must speak exactly what will be. You can also say, for example, if there's a person that you need to dominate over, you put them in your left shoe with a little bit of tobacco in your shoe and you step on that, and that will put you on top of them and gives you control of your path. And you can do this very easily. Also, if I got to be very honest about some things here, if you're in a situation or problem where there is someone that is oppressing you, someone that's trying to um, diminish your shine or trying to get in the way of your blessings or any of those things, the January community service. The community service is ideal. Why? Because Papa Jim specifically assists you in dominating those that are oppressing you. So this is the protection from those oppressive enemies and any of those things that is coming against you. So please remember that the January community service is available now, and that you do have someone like Papa Jim here that is willing and ready to provide that for you. In addition to that, please remember that you do have the option of purchasing a full bundle, which comes with the perfume and blessing oil class with the full bundle. And last but not least, my loves, because I had so many of you be so kind to get this community service, I'm not providing just one free class of the perfume and blessing conjuration class, but you also will be getting the virtual class for Von Von conjuration and working, anointing baths and candles. But this is only available for those that purchase the community service with the product or the full bundle. This option ends tomorrow, so it expires tomorrow. Just please remember that. All right. Bonjour, Haitian Sarah. Bonjour, Jessica. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Last but not least, earth signs. Where are my earth signs? Yikes. There's a link that you received, and that link will be active on the 23rd at 7:30 for the class. Okay, earth signs. Here we go. Buckle up, buttercup. So, the first card you get is the 9 of spades. The 9 of spades communicate that as you step into tomorrow, don't be shocked or surprised if you feel that you are suffering or that there is suffering in your life on your roads to some capacity. Do not be shocked about this, but I always communicate to all of you when this card comes up. Are you suffering or are you choosing pain? Are you suffering or are you choosing pain? Because there's two totally different situations here. All right. Are you suffering or are you choosing pain? Suffering is where there is agony, torment, torture, pain, illness, hurt, and you don't know where it's coming from. There's no source that you can find, and there is no seemingly no stopping it. This is something that seems to be ongoing. But then I ask you, or are you choosing pain? Which means, are you more comfortable operating in your um as I like to say, you're more comfortable operating in your pain than your peace. Okay, look, I know that I need more money to do what I need to do, but I'm gonna say I'm suffering because I don't have it. When in fact, there's people at your job that are calling out, but you don't feel like working. You don't. You're not taking nobody. You're not going to take up someone else's time. So, and because you are comfortable where you are, or you are afraid of stepping into something different. All right, I'm not making enough money. I know that I have the resources, the capability, and the talent to get paid more in this other space. But because I've been at this space for 20 years, I am afraid to go and step out somewhere else where I could get paid double this that takes less than my time. Okay. So at this particular point in space, you're not moving because of fear. You're choosing your pain. You're choosing to stay there. I had this conversation earlier as well. You know, people go, well, I can't find love, so forth and so on. Bloop, 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 bloop. I'm suffering. I'm lonely. No, you are alone because there have been people that come into your life, but because it's not the person that you want, you're saying that you're lonely. No, you are alone and you are dissatisfied with the person that does not want you. That's another situation. So again, some people are very much damn, you didn't have to read me like this, queen. This is my job. If I do not read you like this, I would be better off spending my time doing coloring books. I do my job. So the thing about it is no, it's not the fact that you are not doing that you don't have that you can't have nobody. It's the fact that you don't have who you want to have. So you're choosing to be alone because you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be, you know. And so there's a variety of things that come into play here when this is the communication, right? So it just goes back to this space of really understanding, are you suffering or are you choosing pain? As I move along, we get the 5 of clubs, which literally means work smarter, not harder. So if I get a card that says, am I suffering or am I choosing pain? And the next card says, baby, you got to be smarter. That says, this is my choice. This is my decision that I have to make. And for that reason, for that particular reason here, I need to be very clear of what's taking from me, what am I giving to, because that's depleting me. What's given to me and I'm giving back to it. Who is giving me that symbiotic relationship? What is feeding me? What is actually allowing me to thrive and to develop and to grow? And and due to my growth and development and elevation and evolving and evolution, is also benefiting them. So it's about working smarter, not harder in this particular space, my earth signs. We then get the Eight of Hearts, which says, though, here's another big thing. Am I choosing pain or am I suffering? The Eight of Hearts says there is something or someone in your life that you're going to be very much speaking to maybe tomorrow or the beginning of this week, etc., who you think that you can trust, and you absolutely cannot. You absolutely cannot. So this person has a alternative agenda. They are here to benefit from you to some way, to some capacity, and it will not benefit you, but they know this. They are very much aware of this. And here's the thing about it. Again, I say, are you suffering or are you choosing pain? Well, here's the reality, my love, my earth signs. You know who you can trust, what you can trust, and why you trust them. And you also know who you think that you can trust and what you think that you can trust. Who you can trust and and who you think you can trust are two totally different spaces. Okay? If I think that I can trust you, my eyes is on you. If I'm questioning you, my eyes is on you. If I'm doubting you, my eyes is on you. Okay? And this is really where things have to be so clear here. I'm going to tell you, earth signs, you already know. But then I ask you, are you suffering or are you choosing your pain? Are you suffering or are you choosing your pain? Because again, you may want what you want. And this is my thing. I want everyone to understand this. Be honest with yourselves. Earth signs, all signs. Be honest with yourselves. Okay? If you want something and you just want it no matter what it costs, be at peace with the peace that you create and the consequences of that peace. Be at peace with it. Because some of you will not know better until you got to go through it. You know, you may be that child where your parents say, don't put your hand on that hot iron, don't, and you, tss, 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 and that's not enough for you. No, you pretty much have to get halfway cremated before you understand, baby, you're on fire. So that's the thing about it here. Last but not least, you get the Five of Diamonds, which says, again, as I just mentioned, you know what causes your suffering. When you are logical and rational to that, you know how to eliminate it or not be involved with it or not to invest in it, etc., so forth and so on. But you have to be rational. If you are not rational, if you're not here, if you cannot make good decisions, then you better go find somebody that can help you to make the right decisions. But the reality is this: it doesn't matter who helps you, it's your actions. So it doesn't matter what I tell you, it doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't matter what candle you light, it doesn't matter what fruit you go throw in the river, it doesn't matter what dust you toss at the crossroads, it doesn't matter which lamps you decide to make. What are your actions? That's why you have to act by spirit and by earth. So it's your actions. You can know something and do something totally different. I know chips are not great for me. I know this. I'm very aware of this. But my actions is hand me 2 bags of Lay's 4 bags of Cheetos, and 1 bag of corn chips. It doesn't matter what you know if your actions are opposite than what you should be doing. I'm trying to control my pain. I want you to hear what you just said. I'm gonna sit down. I'm trying to control my pain. How does that even make sense? Well, if I stab you and I continue to stab you, are you telling me that you're holding my hand as I'm stabbing you to stab you slowly or quickly or aggressively or smoothly? Because that's what it sounds like. I'm trying to control my pain. Why control your pain when you can just eliminate the situation, the person that's causing the pain? I'm trying to control my pain. So we're not so are we saying that in 2024 we're going to keep pain and learn to operate with it? Is that what I'm reading? Because that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm gathering. Somebody make it make sense. No. No, we release, we stop pain. We need to be very aware of where it comes from, who it comes from. You're not trying to solve the problem if you're trying to control the problem. If there is a problem, we release it. There's a solution, so it's over, it's done. But we're not out here trying to control that. We're not out here trying to operate with that. We're not trying to understand the pain. It hurts. What do you mean? I need to understand it. I need to know what it feels. Pain is pain no matter how you look at it. I can run you over in a car, it hurts. I can shoot you with a gun, it hurts. I can stab you with a knife, it hurts. I can throw dust in your eyes, it hurt. Hurt is hurt, pain is pain. Now the levels of that pain may vary, but pain is pain no matter how you look at it. You don't need to understand why it hurts. And we need to remove that. If it's painful, it's not right. It's not good. That is something that is absolutely universal. Pain is not good for nobody. Nobody. So, for this particular situation here, when we're talking about the earth signs, suffering versus not um, suffering, your solution is logic. It's logic. That is your solution. No candle, no oil, no dirt, no powder, no green bean, potato, tomato, none of that. It is logic. And if you cannot be logical and rational, you will continue to operate in that pain or suffer. So just understand that. And I know that's a lot deeper than just, oh, this is my Monday. But this is something that a lot of people suffer with, not suffer with, a lot of people struggle with on a regular basis. And Emily, is I wasn't in my response to you, it wasn't necessarily a response to you as it is a response to a whole people that feel that they are trying to operate within pain or with pain or by pain, etc., so forth and so on. Zakia, I think for me with this read, I have to seriously consider what my next steps are. As you should. As you should. This is no dress rehearsal, my love. You better be serious about what your next steps are. You should be serious about what your first steps were. That way you don't have to consider what your next steps are, to be honest. Because sticking it out ain't working. It rarely does. It rarely does. Sticking it out. What are you investing and committing yourself to? Why? Not based off of what could be, what is. So, for example, if I planted apple seeds my whole life and I got results planting apple seeds, and the day I begin to plant orange seeds, I'm not getting any oranges, and I don't understand why, baby, go back to to planting apple seeds because you got results there. Mm-mm, sticking it out. I always ask this question, I ask myself this question: who are you suffering for? Who are you suffering for? I could have literally stayed downtown Mobile and stayed in a 3,000, 4,000 square foot space. I don't know how big it was. It seems that big. Um, you know, and in all of the things that I was doing down there. But the reality was I did not need all of that. I didn't need that. So if I didn't need it and it was taken from me, who am I suffering for? I got nothing to prove to nobody. Not you, definitely not you, absolutely not you, pretending to be me, but you're not you. Um, None of y'all pay my bills, operate my life, don't take care of me, don't make a difference in my livelihood. Downtown, it's been real. Downtown, now Pound Town. you know, Brooklyn, I was literally about to message you today. Brooklyn says, I just started a new job that pays well, but is high expectations and stress. Jesus. But I have to do it so I can get out of the house infested toxic mold. Yeah. Yeah. It's those things of, you got to do what you have to do until you can do what you want to do. And sometimes, and that's something else too, Brooklyn. I am so glad that you said that. Also, to anybody, look, it's Sunday and I have time today. So I'm gonna let if y'all want to come in, I will let you guys come on live if you want to. I'm gonna be honest though, if you come on here live with me and you start trying to promote your businesses and all kinds of things and whatever else, I'm gonna just knock you right out the chat. Um, because I don't have time for that. I'm just gonna bloop. If you're live with me and you start some, oh well, me and me and me and me and me and this is what I do and da 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 da, I'm just gonna remove you. I may just block you. I don't know. But anyways, but going back to Brooklyn, um, and the conversation that she was just having about what she's having to do right now. She has a job that pays really well, but has high expectations and stress. Let me tell y'all something, because it's the same way with relationships sometimes with some of you guys. Some of you don't understand that getting a job is just for now. You may just have to you may have to work a job right now to get you what you need. That's what I was talking about earlier on my live. I want to say it here for you all that weren't on my live on Instagram. See, A lot of you are distracted by the fruit and miss the water for the root. Let me say that again. A lot of you are distracted by the fruit that you want, that you miss the water you need for the root. So you don't take the water to water your apple tree, your apple bush, okay? Because you're so concerned about the fruit. You can eat all the fruit off the tree, but when it's gone, it's gone. But unless you absolutely are taking what you need to do, that plays a huge factor. And now I'm gonna be honest with you, not every situation is necessarily like that. Okay. And sometimes your needs look like your wants. A lot of time your wants sound like your needs. So you got to be very clear. You have to be able to weigh the options. But what I love about Brooklyn here, and this is the thing about it, she said, I started a new job that pays well, but it's high expectations and stress. But in order for her to get out of her mold infested home, she has to do this. Not that she's doing this forever and a day. And that's the same with me. There are things that I want in my life, some things that I need in my life. I feel if I feel that I need them, guess what? I'm going to have to get another job. I'm going to have to get another um, certification or something to provide more capital so I can do and have those things that I feel that are necessary to me. So a lot of you end up job hopping, um, body hopping, etc., because you are more concerned with what you want than what you need, and not really understanding that this is only for a moment. This is to listen here, point blank, period. I don't really know many of my friends here in Mobile or people that I know here in Mobile that has started their businesses that's not working a full-time job. See, a lot of y'all love this. Oh, I'm gonna be my own work. I'm gonna be my own boss. I'm gonna be my own boss. Baby, I'm telling you, it's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. It really isn't. I promise you that. I promise you that. Um, and that is a huge point that a lot of people just miss out on, is that, oh, I'm going to start this business and things are going to be great. It won't. Not even if you get a little perk and spurk here and there. The majority of the businesses that I know, they are working a 9 to 5 in order, okay, um especially in this economy, impending recession, is normal and necessary most to work 2 jobs. Yes. And like I said, even with me, like I said, there are things that I truly will be having in my life where I'm the only way that I'm going to be comfortable is if I have another job. Point blank, period. So I can try to operate with my photography and those things, and that may do it. But again, that's still me hoping and risking the idea of money coming in. Whereas I could just go right back to coaching gymnastics, lower level, because I don't feel like putting that strain on my body for real, and having a steady income on a regular basis. On a regular basis. I promise you. And I'm very much there. And it's not, oh, well, you must be doing bad. No, it's not that you're doing bad. It's what you just have to do right now. And you may have to do it for a while. I don't know. But again, you have to weigh the options. How valuable, for example, with Brooklyn, how valuable is it for you to get out of this mold infested house? This is a big issue. This is a big thing. It is poisoning your body. Yes, my baby. Let me go ahead and get this job. I will work at the Crystals, at the Popeyes, at the Fuzaklis, and the Checkers, just so that I can be out of here in 3 months. I will do what I need to do for now. And if I like how the money's coming in and the freedom that I have to do with the things that I can do if I have the time, I may just keep it. I need this. I've been weighing on um ride share to make some extra money. I didn't do I did I didn't do it today because I needed to clean my house. Um I divined on and focus on home this weekend. Wonder, but tomorrow, baby, she see. Definitely need this conversation. You're not doing bad, you're just being smart so that you can have the life you need. Like, I can't live in this house, it's killing me, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Yes, ma'am. Amen. Yes, exactly. Exactly. But people, again, that's why I ask you guys, who are you suffering for? Who are you suffering for? Because people be like, oh no, oh girl, because I thought that she was in you focus on your business. Baby, listen, don't try to count my pocket. You don't want to do that. Because see, I don't just operate with Conjure South, my dear. I have 100 Horse Entertainment. That's photography, videography, as well. In addition to at a drop of a hat, when people need a makeup artist, I do that too. I'm there. I'm a licensed instru- uh, I'm a licensed advanced skin therapist by trade. In addition to, I have completed my instructors program as a license um as an esthetician as well. In addition to owning my own skincare and makeup line at any given moment that I want to um reemerge that and all of that jazz, that's a possibility. But what's the issue with all of that? It still is a challenge on me where I could go work for somebody else and have a definite, steady income coming in at all times. That's the difference. That's the difference. And that's what I'm telling people, that everyone was like, I want to be boss. I want to be boss. Baby, go work for somebody in the spiritual community. Go work in somebody's shop. Do your readings. You don't want their struggles. I promise you. um, that's me. I wear 5 hats and a toupee. Um, Brooklyn. Also, social media is all performative. Baby, what you say? People think these influencers followers reflect their bank digits. And what you say, you better speak on it, Brooklyn. I work in the music industry as well, and I know many sign artists who are broke as hell, honey. Facts. 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 This is why Taraji is on the couch crying. Now y'all gotta imagine all the all the different movies and shows you've seen Taraji in, and she's crying about how much she's getting paid in this economy. So what you think? And that's what I'm like, like if people are just like, oh well, no, we just gotta do better, put in more effort, put in more time, or whatever else. It's like, no, no. It's not putting in more time. No, we need to get another job. We gotta have another stream of income or something. In fact, I was just talking to my parents, 2 days ago, and my mom was like, look, I'm really considering all of us just moving together, living together. That way we have a lot of you know all the income is coming into one household, and bills and things would be less expensive for everybody, and we will all have more money and have more time to do the things that we want to do. Other cultures do it, and they are very, very well with it, but also too, they other cultures do it because um they understand their their roles. There's honoring there. There's a variety of cultural um relevance to these relationships and things, and it's just a lot different. um I said if I work, it will only be for someone from the diaspora. I never want to be a boss, just a leader. And I got blessed with what I asked for. I definitely needed to remind myself that I got what I asked. Um, that's what Matt and his mom and I are planning on doing. Plus it takes a village to raise a child, and Matthew and I definitely, and Matthew and I eventually want a child. Exactly, it does take that, you know, and so even for, and I'm so happy that you mentioned this, Brooklyn, because again, like I said, my family's had the conversations with recent deaths in my family. That conversation is even more real at this time in my life, um and all of those things. But again, I also, you have to weigh your own options as a whole too. um just because I know, like, for example, for me, I have an opportunity, like, if I wanted to have this conversation about moving out of Mobile soon and moving essentially back home, I could, but I absolutely don't want to. Financially, it would be a very smart thing to do. Um, but I would not want to do this. Personally, because again, in the space of raising children, no matter if I go north, south, east, or west, school systems are not the best here in Alabama, point blank, period. But also, being in a small town on a lot of land, and the cities in either direction, north, south, east, or west, 30, 45 minutes out, one being my hometown, is not a space a person of my age and things would want to live. There's nothing to do. There's absolutely nothing to do. Um, and it's just not the vibe. Um, and so you and so you have to really and so you have to begin to weigh those options of, this can still happen, but it doesn't have to happen here. You see what I'm saying? Um, Everything you're saying is hitting me. Really needed it. Working hard and achieving my goals. I'm a dancer, dance teacher, and working on my certificate on cybersecurity and herbalism. Still need to get one more part time. Go ahead, Kai. Dynamic Divine Reading says yes. And that's my thing though. For me right now, it's more about, I'm not even so much just trying to bring and make another thing where I'm wearing another hat. I need someone else to be giving me money. I'm not trying to be stressed and trying to, can I get more photography deals? Can I get more, jobs? Da, 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 da. Now I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing until I get the certifications and things that I need here next. But yes, Brooklyn. Oh, good point. I'm really hoping all y'all move to Atlanta or surrounding areas. One day Matt and I are gonna look and move um close to which mama. Yes. And so I would, here's the thing about it. I would love, 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 love. I mean, first and foremost, like Brooklyn, like you guys are truly beyond just like friends to me. You are, I mean, literally family, and I love you guys dearly. Truly, truly do. And a big part for me in 2024 is friendships. Um, what I love about Brooklyn is and Matt is that I can be around them. I don't have to talk spirituality. I don't got to talk magic. We can talk music. We can just key. We can laugh about whatever. And that's that. And that's what I'm looking for in 2024. I don't, if you have entered my life on a spiritual front, that's fine. That's wonderful. Just understand that um this is not a friendship. This is not a friendship. This is a professional relationship. And so I do. I do love the idea of being close to you and Matt and Witch Mama and Addison and everybody with their babies and all kinds of things. I really, really do. But I really, really don't like the South. The mobile has rented for me with this heat. Um and it's that's the thing about it. I want to have a more cooler climate, to be honest. Um but then when I think about a cooler climate, I think about that I think about I have to then become social and find um and make friends. And my thing is, no matter where I go in any town, people essentially know who I am to some capacity. But I seriously doubt I'll ever open another like full blown retail store, just because I I want to be in people's lives as a friend and not as a service. Every time I, open a DM, queen, or I would like, or I have a question. And no, 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 no. No. Consultation, conjuresouth.com. You can do that there. But in my personal spaces, no. Um, so congratulations on moving and moving. Yes, that's the thing for me. It's like, I really this thing is cutting off the circulation to my ears. I can't even hear myself think. Ooh, that's sensitive. um, Zakia, I have to dip off. Thank you. No, absolutely, Zakia. You have a blessed day, my dear. Thank you so much for being here. We stayed here a lot longer than normal, but I'm okay with it. We good. Um, Yeah, and that's the thing about it, because like you mentioned also Brooklyn, like Atlanta is one thing, but then everything outside of Atlanta, that's another situation, right? Um, and I do love Witch Mama's community and all of those things. Um, I truly do, but I just don't care to be in the South. Not in this heat. I just don't. And I also too, there are some personal things that I would love to there's personal things and there's spiritual things that my great grandmother mentioned to me very, very young. And I keep those things in my mind when I'm thinking about the idea of moving on and moving to another space. Which is why I told people, like, even with this move, I'm moving again. I'm telling y'all now, I'm moving again. Now, I was gonna move a whole lot sooner, but life begins to life, and I already see I'm gonna be here a little bit longer than what I intended on being. That's fine. And I understand, I see why as well. Um, but honestly, if we could, if Matt and Brooklyn and Witch Mama and Cole, we can all just sort of shimmy on, a little farther north. I think that the farthest south I will go will be like Tennessee, and then like just straight across there. Anything that's like aligned with Tennessee and across is like the farthest south I will go, is what I'm saying today. But things change, right? Um, but anyways, my loves, I just want to remind you guys one more time. I hope y'all like today. I know this was a little bit. We talked about a couple of different things and went went a couple of different ways and such. But I want to remind everybody to please remember about the January community service, the class that comes with that, and the other free class. You get two free classes depending on what you purchase with your community service. Just remember that. Um Whisper East Coast. Listen, listen, Josie. You already know. You already know. I'm not going to the West Coast. I know that much. I know that. That is fact. I will not. I don't know. I can't be too displaced. I say that, yet I'll probably end up like in Greenland or something. Um, y'all have a blessed one. It's been good. Um, yes, like a hard no. No, I honestly, mm-mm. There is nothing in my body that speaks to. I mean, I moved to Mobile on a spiritual situation. That was my whole thing. I moved to Mobile because I did not want to live in Louisiana. Um, specifically. And so, that's the reason I was here, but that purpose been long gone. Um, but either way it goes, here we are. Um, I don't think there's anything on the West Coast that's gonna call me to the West Coast to do anything on the West Coast where I need to stay for multiple years. My next location will be the roots that I absolutely lay here in the US, and then I'm going to work on having a space outside of the US. You all will see my face again on Tuesday if all things go well and whatever. And again, I'll be sending out messages to the virtual coven, to the podcast, and everybody just so that everyone's aware about some things and just getting back in the flow. Y'all, I promise you guys, November, the end of November through this month, and we're not even out of this month yet, has been a time. Oh my gosh, it has been. But we're doing what it does, right? Many blessings to all of you guys. I will speak to you all very soon. Don't forget about that community service. And au revoir.